Okay, so on this page, I'm just going to talk about the formulas for the test and when you use which formula and all that. So, Mr. Blackburn emailed you guys a picture of the formulas when he emailed you yesterday, and then for my class, I posted it on the topics page. It's just all the formulas with the letters that you'll see, so get used to those, but I'm just going to kind of write them out. So, our formulas that we have a to the n equals a to the 1 plus n minus 1 times d. That's arithmetic sum. No, sorry. That's just the arithmetic a to the nth term. So arithmetic means the difference. It has a common difference. A to the 1 is your first term. N is the number of term that you're on, and D is your common difference. Then you have a to the n equals a to the 1 r to the n minus 1. It's your geometric a to the nth term. So that one, you have a common ratio in between your numbers, so they're multiplying by the same number every time to get you to the next number. That's how you find the equation, and that's how you can find the nth term. S of n equals n over 2, a to the 1 plus a to the n. It can also be written as n a to the 1 plus a to the n over 2. I think that's how it is on the formula sheet, but it means the same thing. And that is your arithmetic sum. So you have a common difference, right? It's arithmetic, and you're trying to sum the partial sum of the first 10 terms or whatever. You also have a times 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r, and let me look at how that one's written. So that's this one. So you can see that one's written a little bit differently. So let's put it that way. So that's the same as a to the 1, 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. I don't like writing a to the 1 because if you're not starting with 1, right, if your n is starting with 5 or whatever when you see the summation formula, then you don't want to use a to the 1, you want to use your first term. So that's why I don't like writing a to the 1. It's whatever your first term is, though. And then this is a geometric partial sum. Then we have another one. So S equals a over 1 minus r. That's a geometric infinite sum. And on this one, r has to be in between 1 and negative 1, which also means the absolute value of r is less than 1. So your rate has to be, or your common ratio has to be a fraction that's less than 1 or greater than negative 1. So 4/5, negative 4/5, but not 5/4. If it's bigger than 1, then it is diverges. So you can't find the infinite sum. Yeah. Another one, the binomial theorem. So these, you're going to be given all these formulas. Obviously, we're not going to tell you what all of these things mean, but you're going to be given, like this stuff. Well, you can see the picture. So this is what you'll be given, just like that. So I'm kind of going through and explaining what all of them are. So we've done this one. Check. Apparently we don't want to check. Okay. We've done this one. We've done this one. Oh, that one works. That's weird. He likes to underline, doesn't like to check. We've done this one. We've done this one. So we're going to do these last, and the circled one, obviously. Okay, so next one, the sum as r equals 0 to n of n over r times x to the n minus r y to the r. On this one, you can see that it has a's and b's. It doesn't matter what letters you use as long as they mean the same thing. So when you do that, so the big things with this are that n equals the degree of the expansion that you're trying to do, x plus y to the n, right? That's the degree. Or n equals the row minus 1. So if you're given the 12th row of this binomial, or you want to find the 12th row, then you're really making your n 11. So it's row minus 1. We're not going to tell you that. I would write this on your paper because it gets confusing. Do I add 1? Do I subtract 1? Which one adds? Which one subtracts? So I always write n equals row minus 1. Also, r equals term minus 1. So if you're looking for the 14th term, you're really making your r 13. So make sure that you know the n and the r. And then let's see. So that's that one. And now n over r. So this is the same as n over r. So NCR is the same as n over r, which is n factorial over r factorial times n minus r factorial. So you should know all those. We give you this part. You should also know that that's the same as NCR. And then you can just solve that. So those are all of the formulas that you're going to need to do. I'll PDF this and put this on the tile, but it's just the explanation. You can watch this video 15 times if you need to go over it. So here are the formulas.